Hi Soul Tribe, welcome back to my channel, African Gypsy. My name is Sunshine. I'm a clairvoyant, I'm clairaudient, and I also see visions, and I'm an empath. So I might speak as if I'm you or someone else that you know during the course of this reading. I've come back. Thank you so much, firstly, for all of your support that you gave me through 2021 as we go into 2022. Thank you very much. And for those of you who've booked readings with me, I am working through them. Thank you very much for all of your support. Now let's find out. This is a 3-month forecast because I know in like March, April, a lot of things are going to be changing. So I want to do a 3-month because April is also going to be significant. A lot of meaningful changes. Then we see how the energies have shifted. Okay, so firstly, I'm being told you need to take care of your environment, be mindful of your environment, be aware, be kind to animals, to pets, use green energy, make your carbon footprint as small as possible on Mother Earth, use usable energy, reduce, use, recycle, you know the story, and rise above your problems. This came up for the forecast I just posted as well for the forecast of the next 7 days. So there's definitely a theme about rising above problems and looking at your problem as if you're looking at someone else's problem. It helps you to be more objective. Like, you know what? So and so went through this. Okay, this is what they need to do. They're in a mess. They need to clean up the mess, be strategic about it, work through section by section until everything is aligned the way it should be. There's a message I'm getting particular for someone. This is going to be important over the next 3 months. I know the year 2020 from the messages I've been channeling and picking up since just before the beginning of this year, there are going to be a lot of shocking revelations, a lot of startling revelations, and the year may even start off fast with revelations, things you're not even consciously looking for, but universe decides, you know what, child, for 2022, you can't go ahead thinking the way you were thinking before. You need to sit yourself down, look at the facts, reevaluate the opinions that you had before, and replace any lies with the truth of what the situation really is. So our oracle card says, my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. So a big emphasis on the faith. When you're in your faith element and you're at one with your spirit team, you're doing your prayer, your incense, your grounding, meditation, staying prayed up, whatever it is that you do, when you're closer to your faith, any trauma that you may go through will be turned into healing. And an area where that is potentially going to bring about conflict, when you lean on your faith, spirit steps in for you and you don't have to go into conflict, you go into growth. That was the message I posted as well for this week, that the battle is over. Like spirit is saying there's no need to fight. And I've gotten so many confirmations about that turn that conflict into growth. Rather concentrate on your growth, on your expansion, than concentrating on conflict moving forward. And any fears that you have, remember that God is love, spirit is love, your ancestors, your angels are love. And once you do that, it's easier to become aligned with what you really need to know and stuff. So let's find out, what is rise above problems for the collective? What is rise above problems for the collective? Clear, concise messages, please. Archangels Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Ariel, please come through to this reading. So it could be problems to do with family. It could be to do with closing off a very painful chapter of that was a huge burden, and you rise above the problems. You picture the solved version of these problems, and before you know it, you've risen above them. You emotionally detach yourself from the situation so that you can make objective decisions. You can make clear decisions. It may be to do some paperwork. For some of you, may need to take care of paperwork and administration. Now let's just find out a little more, get some intel right here. What is the 10 of Cups for the collective as they rise above problems over the next 3 months? You're being challenged to look at things from a different perspective. The Hangman in reverse, things are going to be progressing for you. At the bottom of this, there's an angel coming to make sure that your problems are being solved. So as you do that, Spirit is asking you to solve your equations methodically, systematically, step by step, and look at things from a different perspective. And immediately you do that, illumination, light comes in for you. And you're able to solve complex equations, things that you didn't understand before. You're like, oh, this is what it is. You can reach out for the answers now. If you just keep still for a moment, just don't keep rushing and running. Pause, pray, and then get into action. So some of you might be getting some sort of illumination. Again, this next card here has got that very strong theme of illumination. You see both of these here. There's a hair flying in the wind, a sense of freedom, a breeze blowing through, and birds, they're messengers coming through with some illumination that, oh, this is what you need to do. This is what it is. And you're just a step away from getting to where you need to get in. So, like your faith, you see this rope here is even been tapered down here. Doesn't seem too secure, but her faith has managed to make her turn any trauma into healing and any conflict into growth and any fear into love. And she's getting the light bulb moment, illumination. A lot of people are getting a lot of illumination about something they've been juggling about. Is that this is that it's to do some childish pranks that are potentially harmful. Someone who was non-committal was coming in with some pranks and a lot of childish thinking that they had going on, wishing that pigs would fly and things like that. So you're getting the reality of the situation so that you can make more guided decisions. You're standing still with the hangman. The hangman, the suspended man here, it's always about taking time to just stay still for a moment. When you're confused, don't just keep rushing forward. Just like where we're rushing to, it's not about your speed, but the direction you're taking. So taking the time to see, okay, let me stop and think for a little moment and see what's going on and detach myself from a situation and see what is really going on so I can find my happiness, put down the burden. Something's been too much hard work for someone and they need to just put down the burden. What is the 10 of Wands right here? For some, it could be to do the burden with an Aries. For some, it's the burden of you not taking responsibility for things in your life. Yes, even when things are done to you, you have to take responsibility for your part in them and putting something to rest. So you've been carrying something around and you need to put it to rest and you go towards your wish fulfillment. Yeah, a happy home, happy life after all the depression you've gone through. So I feel like it's like this here. So you're taking back control of your life after the sadness and depression, putting something to rest. For some people, it was sadness because of an actual death. And after that, you're taking back your control of your life and seeing you've got a new ancestor, you've got the help of spirit guides that are helping you get to your wish fulfillment, giving you more than you ever dreamt of and giving you stability. For some, it's home. Some of you, it's something to really celebrate about. Is everyone's story is different, guys. Okay, let's find out here. So for some of you, you kept meeting up with one night stand kind of energy, and in place of that, you're being given commitment. For some of you, you're thinking that your dreams will never happen, but they are being fulfilled. For some of you, you've been juggling many thoughts, and now you're coming to race towards one particular thought. And for some of you, realizing that you've been going through depression and you weren't even aware of it, and you're taking back your power. So what is the paperwork that some of us may have to take care of? What does the collective need to take care of here? Someone's taking a leap of faith. They're doing something for the very first time in the next 3 months. And they need to take care of the paperwork. They're applying for something. They're taking care of some administration, some documents. And they're getting a lot of help, a lot of messages going back and forth. Yeah, and they're seeing clearly that someone needs to take a new direction, take that leap of faith and take a brand new direction. They're getting that clarity because some world is closed off, some cycle is done. Of course, the 2021 cycle included. Some cycle is done and you're out of any illusions that you had. Some clarity has come rushing in for you and you're closing off some cycle. Rather, universe is closing off some cycles for you for something brand new and beautiful to come for you. Look at all this with the rainbow colors. Like so many different blessings coming as you walk through a doorway. You've completed the circle. You've gone through a lot of things. You figured out the maths, what was in the cube, how to put the triangle, the cube. You figured out how to get the stability and to continue to protect your energy around you as well, and how to let your thoughts take flight by really taking control of your thoughts, being in control of your thoughts and your emotions, detaching yourself from things that you need to detach from so you can see them clearly and make clear and calculated decisions. Wow, that is amazing. So let's find out what is the environmental awareness over the next 3 months for you. What do you need to be aware of in your environment and how are your spirit guides going to help you over the next 3 months, my darlings? Oops. I'd really missed reading, doing these general readings. I love doing this. This is something I really love. I'm glad that, oh, we are back. We're back, we're back, we're back. What is environmental awareness for the collective? Clear, concise messages. Okay, yeah, it's clear and fast. So with your environment, you need to make sure you don't overdo anything, avoid any sort of excesses of any sorts. And I see again an angel is opening up a doorway to give you more strength to take care of your environment, or the environment you want to create for yourself or for the future, the environment you want to be in. And the environment is created by your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, and all of that. Again, we've got the hanging man coming through here, which is Spirit asking you to take time to pause and look at things from a different perspective. As you do that, you're going to, oh, okay, I see. You're going to realize for some of you that there's been someone who's been criticizing you without any reason and unfounded criticism, someone who's been unscrupulous, out to cause trouble for you. Could be a younger person who's been sneaky. So there's something in your environment you need to be aware of, someone who's being sneaky in your environment. Someone who like knows your timetable and they've been trying to mirror it, like when you open the door, they're opening their door too, or whatever it may be, but someone's been trying to mirror your actions. Let's get some spiritual intel, shall we? What is the Seven of Swords? What is really going on? What is the sneaky energy all about? Someone wants to find out what's making you so happy all by yourself. The Hermit and the Sun. What is it that you found out by yourself that's made you so happy and that made you stay away? You see, with the Sun and the Hermit, they're contracts of both. He comes into the Sun, and it almost looks like he's got a little bit of sun in his hand there. The antelope totem could be quite significant for some people as well, I'm hearing here. What is it? And he's also holding little specks of sunshine, even though he seems to be in the darkness. Yeah, so someone wants to find out what is making you so happy. How can you afford to continue to put a smile on your face, and you're keeping your cards close to your chest? This is something you have to be aware of in your environment, because obviously you've seen that this person's all there with the gossip, the scandal, and all of that. That's why you, in your wisdom, Spirit is giving you the wisdom to hold your light. You're like, okay, I see you sneaking off there. I've got my light there. I see all of that, but you've left two swords here, and the way you're carrying these swords, you can still hurt yourself with those swords. Someone trying to sneak off, but they're not going to make it far, because I mean, you can't go forward if you keep looking back. He's looking back here. He's looking at the past. He's acting on past information, because if you're following what someone did, you can never be ahead of them. You're always in the past. You're always following past information. So someone who's stuck in the past, they're not looking forward. But look at the Hermit looking forward, and he's up in the mountains by himself, looking at the path forward, and he leaves blessings everywhere he steps. He leaves light and enlightenment wherever he goes. He's wise. And this one here is looking back. He's going to trip over that step right there, because he can't see where he's going. So someone who's stuck on the path, who's looking back there, trying to cause trouble and all of that. What is this with the Page of Wands reversed here? What is the Page of Wands reversed? Could be a father figure. It could be two people who've been talking and chatting, of different age groups. An older person, a younger person reporting to an older person, or talking to an older person. Oh, this is what happens. This person's so happy, but we can't find out what they're on. But you're busy working on yourself and bringing balance back into your life. And they're not saying anything because you're not saying anything. You're in the hermit mode, taking a necessary retreat from the world to plan, pray, and prepare. And when you're planning, your only Spirit knows what you're praying about. And you've got your guard up. You're on a high defense. You can don't even freaking think about it. I see you, son. And don't you think I'm stuck thinking here about the past and all of that, and in some sort of a nostalgic kind of a thing? I am far from that. I'm in the present. I'm present in the present, and I see what is going on in the present right here. And I see you going on with the talking, but this person may be wanting to apologize as well for having lied about you and spread a lot of unnecessary gossip and stuff like that, because they want a new cycle, they want a new chance with you. They want to come in and apologize and work together with you, because they've seen that you know how to balance things, and the universe seems to always bless you, and there's a lot of balance in your life. But you're seeing, you within you see the truth of how subtle and sneaky they can be. And now this person, I feel, could be all stuck all up in their head about which way do I go forward. And you're kind of like, what, in that same hermit mode. I turn my back on whatever doesn't fulfill me. I'm guided by my intuition. I'm not guided by just what I think at the moment and stuff like that. I listen to spirit and I pray and I take control of my life. Working on business plans. And there's some very divine connections coming through for you. Going to really help you in terms of business and stuff. And that's what you're concentrating on. These people can't see what you're working on. So basically the message is move in silence. Move in silence. Over the next 3 months, do your thing silently, closing off a chapter, a whole world that you're closing off. You've learned your lessons and it's time to move forward. And Spirit is on your side. God is with you. God is with you. God is with you. Spirit is with you. So you don't need to worry. You don't need to fret, because you're rising above your problems. And you're changing the way you value your time, your energy, your efforts, and everything that you do. There may be important family matters as well coming through for a couple of you. And for some of you, you're just walking through those doors of value and getting more finances, even though you might have thought that it was slow-moving energy like the total there, but you're finally getting the rewards for the work you've been putting in. And you're changing the way you value yourself. There could be some important successful property deals coming through for you. Now let's find out. My faith is the power to turn trauma into healing and conflict into growth and fear into love. Here you're still guarded, but you're holding on to your faith. She's right there by herself, keeping a balance, knowing that she's protected if anything should happen from both ends. She's really protected and she's listening to her intuition. Strong emphasis on the new moon. Got two new moons on these two cards here. So, and a full moon. So, yeah, a season. So, it's Spirit is saying it's just a season. You've just gone through a season, and this too shall pass, and you shall be planted, and you shall grow. Yeah, you should be planted near rivers of water, and you shall grow. And at the smell of rain, you shall blossom and grow. Yeah. So anyone who's been trying conflict with you is now probably find that it was an unwise decision. They didn't see that there'll be obstacles up ahead for them. I feel that you're getting a blessing, ancestral blessings or a legacy blessings from many years as you control yourself, self-control, because when conflicts come in your way or whatever it is that was trying to be a trauma in you, it just comes into your life to try and make you dark and bitter and angry and sad, and choose happiness. Here's stability coming in for you. Very important transaction coming in for some people as well. You're going to decide what to do with something coming in for you. And with that energy, I do see, yes, there's some nostalgia, because for some of you, this is trauma from childhood, or childhood issues have been brought up. Wow, this is deep, guys. This is deep. See, there we are. Childhood things have been brought up here. Building castles in the air. Now you're like, you know what? I'm a grown-ass man or woman now. I'm putting away my childish ways. I always thought that this thing would go this way, but I'm putting all the toys away to replace them with my wants to move forward. And I'm releasing what does not serve me, the old version of me, because there's a new version that's ready to come out. And as I do that, yes, I've got wounds. We spoke about the wounds and the trauma there. I may have been a wounded warrior, but you know what? I've got victory now. Flame on my head, my throat, my crown chakra is open wide. Now everyone's looking with admiration and thinking, oh my gosh, we never thought this person would get through this, but look at them, victorious. And it's interesting that the horse has got the diamond. It's like the third eye is open. So you're riding the third eye open, and you've got spiritual help and guidance, and you've come through one realm of a way of living to another one, because the world came out. These two are almost the same here. Walking through a doorway from one realm to another, walking into another world altogether. Guys, I enjoyed doing this 3-month forecast. I look forward to doing other readings for you. Thank you so much, and be sure to subscribe. Give us a big thumbs up. Thank you for joining my channel, and I absolutely enjoy channeling these messages. I am still open for personal readings. My details are down there in the description box down below. Till the next one, Sunshine signing out. Love and light to you guys.